shames instead of restore. So if y'all wanted to restore her and wanted her to present herself as the first lady, as you so-called say she's held to a higher standard, that means we all are held to a higher standard in the eyesight of God. Hi guys, I'm back and I'm just doing a follow-up video about Jamal Bryant's wife's dress. I know a lot of people was in my comments and they were still projecting. And when I say they were projecting, everything still went back to the dress. Remember, what did I say? I said you can disagree with the dress. You can disagree about the dress. But the calling the woman out her name, calling her a harlot, calling her a Jezebel, and I keep saying the whole word, which I don't like to say. We're projecting the dress and summing up this whole lady's relationship with God. I'm just going to say it like this. So everybody that was in my comment, they didn't say I was agreeing with you that that's bullying. They didn't say that I think that the elders of the church should have went to her in love and said, hey, we disagree with what you wore and we don't think that it's appropriate for the first lady. That's what should have happened. But y'all used the dress as an excuse to talk about her relationship with God and call her all out her name. And my video was strictly about bullying. It had nothing to do with the dress and move from that era. I even got comments as, who am I to give counsel to somebody, because my channel is the Taurus Mix. So they say I'm a fortune teller and all this kind of stuff, but that is not true. I don't do fortune. That's my zodiac sign. I'm a Taurus. So they went from attacking or talking about the subject at hand to criticizing me and start talking about my relationship with God. We as black women, because majority of the bad comments and the things that were said were from black women. You might not agree with the dress. Y'all act like she wore the dress to church. She wore the dress to a function. The dress wasn't see-through. Yes, it may have gave that illusion, but it was not see-through. The dress has nothing to do with her character as an individual. It has nothing to do with that. And I just want to read to you guys again that it is inappropriate and it's not spiritual. You guys went at her about that situation. In many cases, it reflects judgment, projection. What I said, you went from the dress to projecting all this other stuff, like you go to church with her, or you got some type of recorder in her house, or you knew her from the past, and that you're projecting that because she wore that dress, that her character is this. More oversight and genuine concern. Y'all weren't genuine concerned about her wearing that dress. That dress was just a means for y'all to talk about something else about her that you didn't like. What actually happened is when someone disapproves of a person's clothing and escalated into an attack on their character, morality, or their relationship with God, they are moving far beyond the original issue. And the original issue was what? The dress. And into spiritual judgment. Something that they do not have authority to do. So y'all done went all the way from disliking the dress to judging her character. Appearance does not define someone's heart, their faith, their obedience to God. It violates biblical principles. Man makes an outward appearance. We look at the outside, but God looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Who are we to judge another person? Romans 14:4 is meant to be done in love. It's meant to be done privately and without humiliation, not publicly or harshly. It often reveals projection again. When someone turns discomfort about clothing into a moral condemnation, it often reflects their own unresolved struggles, fear of temptation, desire for control and superiority. It causes spiritual harm. This kind of behavior shames instead of restore. So if y'all wanted to restore her and wanted her to present herself as the first lady, as you so-called say she's held to a higher standard, that means we all are held to a higher standard in the eyesight of God. But guess what? Those of you who are condemning this lady, go on to their Facebook page, do a little research and look. The pot can't call the kettle black. And I ain't talking about Christians, I'm talking about church folks. Church folks are the main people that go around gossiping and talking about stuff they have no clue or no concrete evidence that is factual information. So, my thing is this today again. I'm addressing this issue again. I do not care about you having a disagreement with her being the first lady wearing that dress, or you don't agree. My thing was about bullying. You used the dress to project on to calling her something that you have no clue. And I repeat, man looks at the out appearance, but God looks at the heart. So if you're not God, you can't judge or say that she don't have a relationship with God and what type of woman she is, and you can't condemn her character based on a dress. We are too busy as society, black people, and I'm talking about my people. We worried about the wrong thing. We got children out here being abused. We need to worry about that. We got young people on the street dying every day, black on black crime. We got women dying in childbirth. We got bigger fish to fry. Won't we give all that attention that we're giving to a dress for one woman? Won't we use all that energy to focus on the things that matter for us as a society? Now, if her husband said he bought the dress, that's the only person need to worry about how she look and how she present herself. That has nothing to do with her relationship with God. And she did not wear the dress to church, which you said don't matter because of her, because she's held to a higher standard. I hold myself to a higher standard, and you should too. So if you look at these people's Facebook pages and you look and you go back and do a little research of these people that's coming in and calling her those names, the pot can call the kettle black. You're deflecting, and it's something within you that causing you to tear this woman down. Let's begin to think and do stuff in love, not in hatred. I would never feel good about myself tearing another woman down, regardless if she had on a bikini when she went to that event or not. So stop projecting and start reflecting and start looking your own self in the mirror and make sure your stuff is in order with God. Because when she go answer to God, it's going to be her and God. When you go answer to God, it's going to be you and God. When I go answer to God, it's going to be me and God. God looks at the heart of a person. We the only one reflecting on the outward portion of a person. We the only one looking at what we see on the outside. You cannot judge a book by its cover. And we all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. So there's no reason for us to tear this woman down like this. So my prior video was not about the dress. My video was about bullying and tearing another black woman down. I've seen a couple of pastors get on there and say something, which to me is out of order as well. But since it's blown up and there's a lot of publicity about this issue, everybody want to get in on the pie. They want a slice of that pie to make themselves relevant. Please stop tearing each other down. If we don't agree with somebody, let's go to them in private and in love. And we all have our own mind. We all have our own perception of how we view things. And we should be able to acknowledge that we can have a conversation and not agree on everything. And that's all I have to say about that situation. And I want you guys to be blessed and just think about it. It's not about the dress anymore. It's beyond the dress. It's about her character. It's about her relationship with God. Until next time, if you want to keep the conversation going, just put it down in the comments. But this will be the last time I address it. Bye, guys.